No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. And today we have my man Boogie on here. What's up? He's Snapchatting right now.
I'm over here Insta Snap. Is that what it's called? Insta Snap when you do this?
Insta storying, but I don't know how you say it like that.
Yeah, I don't know either.
You're on that heavy?
I'm on here heavy now because I sucked at Snapchat.
Okay.
So since they added this feature, this is my vibe now.
Because you're like the most outspoken social media rapper. That was kind of your thing for a while. You're letting everybody know that they were fucking up on social media.
Yeah, I would say niggas was trash, but I still need it at the end of the day. I realize that.
Yeah, that's like the crazy thing about being a rapper. You got to be your own media source these days. You can't rely on like XXL to come cover you all the time. Sure. You know,
it's a double-edged sword because like I said, you could use it for so many good reasons. You got the power in your hands, really, but so many niggas use it for some weird shit. That's why I be getting hot at.
Selling lean in the comments.
Yeah, that shit trash. Well, I guess that's cool, I guess.
I said that the other day, that you're not really popping unless you have 10 dudes trying to sell lean in your comments.
That's booming. Yeah, I be getting that too. Like,
really?
Yeah, somebody just hit me earlier with that, matter of fact.
How do you even ever believe them? I don't know.
I'm not really good at lean talk because I don't use lean. So when niggas be coming at me with lean talk, I'll be so lost. Like an 8, I don't even know what that is, honestly.
See, I'm just finally starting to learn. But last night, that's what I'm going to blame for the fact that this is the most embarrassing thing I've ever done in the history of this podcast. Is I started this interview and I wasn't even filming. I completely forgot to set up the camera. That's the first time that's ever happened to me.
You was pulled up
last night, and then all day today, I was just fucking melting. I had to take a nap and shit.
It was a solo vibe, or you was on some like?
I was with a bunch of other dudes sitting in a warehouse listening to loud rap music, drinking lean, which when I think about it now sounds kind of sus.
No, actually it sounds kind of popular.
I should have invited you.
I know, I would have pulled up.
You know, I got Jack Wagner with me too, to my left.
My guy.
He's been on this podcast before, Versace Tamagotchi. And as long as I'm just going to point out something about Jack, you were really smart when we did your interview because that was when Pokemon Go first came out, and we started to talk about it, and you were like, yo, I kind of don't want my whole interview to be about Pokemon, which is really smart.
Also, I still haven't listened to my own interview.
Oh, yeah?
I've gotten good reports from it, though.
You watched his?
I'm online. Oh, she's
I didn't even know you did this, Jack.
Yeah, I went 1-2-4.
He did. It was great.
Was that the longest one?
It was up there. Was it over 2 hours?
Might have been.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm not trying to sit here for 2 hours.
That's totally understandable. He's telling me to stop talking about cats and lean and just get into the meat of things.
Keep it all the way
hey, so where are you from exactly?
I'm from Compton. Well, grew up in Long Beach too, so like a little bit everywhere.
Right. And so, what was your upbringing back? Like, what kind of house did you grow up in?
Single mom. I had an older brother, but he like ran away and did his own thing. So for the most of the time, it was just me and my mom. She started finding jobs, I would say, later on when I got in, like, high school. She started getting little temp jobs, but before that, we were just struggling, sneaking in, like, apartments, sleeping on the floor. She knew about some, like, abandoned apartment that they hadn't moved people in yet. And I remember sneaking in there, like, at 12 o'clock at night and eating dry cereal for, like, a week straight. That's why I love dry cereal still to this day.
So during that time period, would you say you were essentially homeless?
Yeah, for sure. I've been homeless a lot.
Really? So what age do you remember first being homeless? That's pretty intense, man.
I remember being homeless at the age of, like, I remember 6. I was with my mama downtown L.A. and we was walking by this shelter. And I remember her start crying, saying she couldn't go in there. Like, she could picture having my older brother in the shelter with her, but she didn't want me in the shelter with her. So we didn't go there. And she ended up snucking me in this apartment. Like, I guess she thought it was better than the shelter. But
holy shit. And so you never knew your dad? He just wasn't around for any of this?
Nah, I remember my dad being around till I was, like, around like 5. Because we had a little house in Long Beach, and then once they broke up, it just went downhill. I remember them having a fight in the living room and not seeing him for a long time. He came around when I was a teenager again and started like visitations like every other week and did it for like a month and then just stopped, and then I didn't see him since.
Do you know what his problem was? Was he like a gangster? Was he fucked up on drugs?
The crazy thing is he was like super into church. He had me in church early, but I don't know. I guess I have no idea, honestly. I heard he had gambling problems, but I never seen him myself. But I remember my grandpa telling me he saw him at like a horse race one time.
Right.
So, I don't know.
You know, that's like some people really get fucking crazy with the gambling shit. Like a lot of us can't relate to it, like myself included, but that's a serious addiction.
I'm sick with gambling.
Are you really?
I got a real gambling problem.
What do you gamble on?
I just like shooting dice and anything. Like I start playing 2K, it'll start from like a $5 bet to like a $2,000 bet.
Really?
Between homies, we up all night just gambling. Like I just hate losing. I think
you might have that in your fucking bloodstream in your DNA.
That's crazy. That gambling could be something that's hereditary. It's kind of weird.
That's fucking great. I think it's just like a risk-taking impulse or something like that.
Definitely be that.
So during that time period with your mom, like, so at what age did did you get like an apartment and actually start to have this?
When did my mama get that apartment? I was like 8th, 9th grade. We got an apartment. I was before we got evicted from there too, but we stayed there for like 2 years. She ended up getting married, but like she got married to this dude who my stepdad right now, and he lived with his homie. So we lived with him and his homie. Then the cops raided that house. Then he went to jail, but we were still living with his homie. Then he got out of jail. Then we went to live with his mama. Then after that, my mama got a spot.
Right. Do you look back at those years with your mom and did you understand how hard your lifestyle was at that time, or did it just seem normal because you had kind of been in it since you were so young?
Nah, looking back, I think I was kind of ungrateful and just took for granted what she was trying to do for me, because I remember it was like middle school, 8th grade graduation. I didn't have no new suit. Like I had to wear like an old suit from like, I don't even know who we got it from, but it was so trash. And I remember begging my mom like, can we get a suit? And I was so mad at her, like so mad. And I remember seeing her crying. And when I think back, I'm like, you know, she just couldn't do it. And,
right.
I took that for granted.
As a kid, you just don't understand money like the way that you wish you could, that you wish you did when you look back on it, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
Was it tough in school, like dealing with like the stigma of being poor or not having nice things and everything?
Yeah, I remember getting shot on until I got to like high school, and I kind of went up. I kind of like figured out a way to make do with the little money I had. Like you could go to JCPenney with $20 and get some Arizona jeans with the rips in them, and I still look pretty cool. And I kind of got into the cool crowd a little bit, but yeah, I remember it being bad for me because I like having bad shoes at school, fake shoes, getting shot on. Early on in my life.
What would you do when you got done at school? Like, where would you go? Like when you were homeless, when you were young?
I had a grandma. I either go to my grandma or I like to go play basketball a lot too. Basketball was big for me when I was a kid. So when we didn't have nowhere to go, I was just hooping.
Right.
That's probably it.
Damn, that's crazy. So when people talk about Compton, like people talk about it like it's the worst place or like it's the grimiest part of Southern California. Does that ring true to you, or do you look at it as different than that?
I mean, I think it's just hoods everywhere. I don't want to say like Compton the hoodest place, because if you go by statistics, it's other place with more bodies. But I mean, it's not easy either. It's Compton. I mean, y'all see it. Everybody see it for themselves. What type of city it is? It's gangbanging.
Yeah.
But any city I feel with gangbanging, it's like the same type of vibe.
Right. So did you ever get into that? You ever?
Yeah, I started gangbanging like
at what age?
14.
Okay. And so what did that mean to you at the time? What did that consist of? You're just hanging out with the older guys?
Yeah, I don't think I was ever that dude who was hard, like a gangbanger. I did it just to look cool. I ain't even gonna lie. I was in church. After church, I started hanging with these dudes that went to the church that was in this neighborhood. I heard them claiming it. I started claiming it too, and it just happened like that.
Yeah.
It became a part of me.
Did you get in a lot of trouble as a kid?
Yeah. I mean, not super. I never been in jail, knock on wood. Well, I don't even believe in knocking on wood, but I never been in jail. I got shot.
What age was that?
What age was that, Jimmy?
You want to introduce us to her as well?
Oh, this is Jamisha. This is my girlfriend, Jamisha.
Okay.
Yeah. She was with me the day I got shot, matter of fact. I think that was like almost 10 years ago.
10 years ago. So you were, would you say 14?
17.
17.
Yeah.
Damn. So how did that occur? What's the story?
The homegirls was fighting over a dude. The one girl brought a bunch of dudes with her. We was with the homegirl, and, you know, in the midst of them fighting, my cousin got into it with one of them dudes, and stuff led to this and that, gangbanging.
Where'd you get, what part of your body did you get shot in?
My baby toe.
Oh, right. Yeah. I was watching the interview where you talked about that. So is your toe fucked up?
When it's cold, that shit hurts so bad. Like, fuck. But my pinky toe's still there, but the nail don't really grow right.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Wow, that's fucking crazy. So how long did it take to heal, like, after that happened?
I was on crutches for like a couple months. Then I was good.
Damn, that's fucking gnarly. I can't believe we just got into that right away. Like, fucking, I have all these, like, lighthearted social media questions written, and then we just got right into all this shit. Yeah. What's up, Jack? How you doing? Yeah, so, all right. So you're doing the gangbanging thing. Was there ever, like, a certain period in your life where you decided that you wanted to stop doing that? Like, where you decided you wanted to clean up your act? When did that happen?
It was never in my head that I'm gonna like turn my back on like my past, because I feel like this neighborhood was part of my past, and even if I wasn't walking around saying like I'm a Paru, I'm still like was attached to this neighborhood, so I was never gonna walk away from it. But it was always in the back of my head, I wanted something better. Like I didn't want to be stuck here all day.
Mm-hmm.
Like I love the homies, but I don't want to be stuck in the hood. I always knew I wanted to do something else, and I always loved music, so
So when were you making music since you were really young?
Well, when I started getting in trouble with my mama in Long Beach in middle school is when she sent me to Compton to this church with her homegirl. When I started going to church, they automatically threw me in the choir. I was in the choir. I didn't hit puberty yet, so I was singing soprano. That's like the high voices with the girls. I started off there, then I hit puberty, started singing tenor. Then somehow, I don't know how, I started doing gospel raps.
Really?
Just to perform in front of the church. Then from gospel raps is when we went outside, and I started being in this neighborhood, and the gospel raps transitioned to some other shit. And
To rapping about real shit or what?
Yeah.
Like, what was a gospel rap at the time like? Like, you just had to rap solely about positive shit?
Yeah, the thing is, I was never even too up to date on the Bible. Like, I went to church. The most I got out of church was like the singing.
Right.
I ain't even gonna lie. Like the singing, I connected to it. It was rare that I connected to the pastors and the stuff they were saying because I always saw flaws in their message. But yeah.
Do you describe yourself as religious now?
I believe in a higher power. I don't believe in separation by religion no more. I kind of grew past that and realized if it is a higher power, he definitely didn't do it based off race and his color.
Off race, yeah, definitely not that. Yeah.
And I feel like religion is separated by like race and culture now, and it's just weird.
Really interesting. So you just kind of left Jesus behind. Was that weird for your family, like when they've realized that you didn't really like care about the church, or was it not that important to them either?
It's not that I don't even care about church, because I honestly would still take my kid to church right now just for the morals that church instill in you. It's even outside the Bible and stuff like that. It's certain morals I feel like you can learn in church, but I don't think nobody took it that deep because I still believe in God. Like, I still believe in the higher power. I still believe you're supposed to do right by people and everything like that. I just don't believe in this whole separation by this character, this character, this character, this character. When if you read the stories, it's all kind of like the same story, just with a different name on it. So
right,
that's my vibe.
So what were your raps like when you first started rapping?
I was trash. I was trying to be, first was it Cassidy at first?
Oh,
I think
okay.
I was super punchliney because I was watching a lot of like rap battles. So I was like super Cassidy, wearing my hat backwards just like him because I heard somebody say I look like him.
As soon as you said that, I kind of thought, you do.
Then after the Cassidy vibe, I was on my Lil Wayne vibe. I was trying to be super Lil Wayne. Then my producer, Kiel, told me one day, like, bro, this shit's so trash. Like, can you rap about something you go through? Then I think that was like when I started transitioning.
Were you like making stuff up for the lyrical content, like the way a lot of kids do when they start?
Definitely was doing
So
that.
What were you just jacking like Wayne's style?
Cars, everything I didn't have, I was rapping about.
That's dope.
And it was just weird.
How long has Kiel been producing stuff for you?
Kiel been producing for me since like 10 years now.
Really?
10 years?
I don't think I knew how long.
Almost 10 years. Yeah.
That's crazy because your stuff, like when I was listening to all the stuff on your SoundCloud today, I just noticed that there's such a transformation from the first mixtape to the most recent one, where I feel like you were kind of in like a more experimental phase, like in the Thirst 48 Volume 1, where it was sort of like spacey and like a lot of weird sounds. And but this is the same producer who was doing stuff way early on too.
So when my producer Kiel, who was making all my stuff at the time, when he told me that I wasn't rapping about what I was going through, I stopped talking to him for like a year. I'm like, I'm not fucking with you. You don't believe me? I'm finna go up. Even though I low-key took his advice and was like, I'm not finna rap about that no more. My pride just made me like trip on him, even though he was being honest with me. So in the process of that, I was still working hard, trying to go up on everybody. And I ain't gonna lie, I was trying to go up, like, you feel me? I feel like he was one of the people that doubted me, even though he wasn't. He was just trying to give me honest advice. In the process of that, I met my manager, Clayton, and you feel me? And then I made Thirst 48 by myself. Kiel didn't do anything on Thirst 48. That was me just picking beats from emails that Clayton sent me.
Because I seen Caleb Stone did the first song. I was really surprised.
That was the first producer Clayton ever hooked me up with when I first met him before he became my manager. So Caleb gave me a bunch of beats. I was used to working on YouTube beats because Kiel wasn't around. So I jumped on them beats quick, got them done, and I did Thirst 48 in my bedroom on my laptop while she was there, like, sleep most of the time.
So was that when you really started to take it serious? Was it about like 3 years ago or so when you did that tape?
Well, I started taking it serious when my kid was born, and I said I'm gonna go to school. I went to school for recording engineering just to get the financial aid and go buy a studio, and that's when I started recording in my room, experimenting, and then it happened like that.
Did you not have anybody who knew how to record you at that point? Is that why you decided you wanted to go to school for it?
Before that, I was paying this dude $20 like for like a song, and I couldn't afford it no more, so I had to go to school and figured I could get some financial aid.
That's
and
dope
shit.
though that you thought ahead and were like wanted to learn a skill like that would help you in the long run. Like,
No, for sure.
a lot of
And I
people
was
don't
being
think ahead.
lazy, didn't want no regular job. So it was like, fuck that.
You ever have regular jobs?
I did. In the middle, like after I went to school for a little bit, my mama fell on hard times. My homie came around. He had a job opportunity. I was being thirsty. Like, fuck it. I'm just going to stop going to school. I already got my studio stuff. So I'm going to just work right now while I figure this situation out. So while I was working at this Samsung warehouse, me and Clayton was putting Thirst 48 together. Say towards the end of Thirst 48, I quit.
Uh-huh.
Well, I got fired, but I was going to quit anyway. So.
What'd you get fired for?
They said they seen me on my phone and shit like that because you can't have your phone in, but I was sneaking it in through my shoe and like texting.
Damn, you can't have your phone in the Samsung
like,
warehouse?
How you gonna be around all day and not on your phone?
Yeah, that sounds like evil that they wouldn't allow you to be.
We shot some of that first video at that warehouse.
Yep, we did.
No, it did not make it into the video at all.
We did.
Oh, in the warehouse, in the Samsung
We were
warehouse.
outside.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Remember that? Well, I almost. Yeah. That got in the video. I
can't hear you over there for the record.
Yeah. He said, I don't remember who was driving. I think it was your car. Somebody did was doing donuts.
Oh, that was our cousin Noonie.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that was
and
our
I was
cousin.
like filming, and I like somebody has a cell phone video of me getting missed by the car by like a foot.
Really?
Yeah, but that was when we were shooting that first video. We did it like I don't know how many years.
I don't know why I can't hear you, Jack.
Yeah.
Now I can a
Yeah.
little bit, yeah. Sorry.
That was outside that warehouse, though.
Did you just see a roach?
Nah,
I saw a roach.
Hit my water over.
I've seen a couple roaches. I don't know what the fuck's going on with the roaches right
over
now.
in that box.
You saw one? Fuck, dude. I
I
swear
mean, it wasn't a cockroach. It was one of those little shitty roaches.
Now I'm kind of happy because I feel like we're moving out, so it's okay that there are roaches now because we're leaving.
Where y'all new spot gonna be? Out here in LA still?
Yeah, Melrose near round 2.
That's tight.
God damn it. Fucking roaches coming up in here. It's
Fuck
like,
it.
I feel like there's all these rappers who like come from bad shit and then they like have kind of glowed up and then they come here and they're back in the bad shit and there's roaches around and
Yeah,
shit.
fuck it, man.
Bring them right back to the hood. Oh, man. Downtown LA probably brings back some weird memories.
Yeah, downtown LA crazy. I was just saying here, we were trying to find some food. Shit was weak.
Yeah. It's just that the one street over there. Well, if you really dig in, there's some stuff.
Some
But,
decent-
yeah.
I hated living down here.
I didn't like living down here either. I'm so fucking glad to never come back
I
here.
just had to see the craziest shit every day.
Yeah.
Just
Constantly.
had to-
She's Instagram living us.
Man, let me talk.
She doesn't
Man,
want
you
him in it.
Put me on here.
How long you been with her?
Me and her, I've been messing. Well, she been my best friend for like 12, 13 years. I don't know. It's been a long time.
Damn, you've known everybody in your life
Yeah.
for a long time, huh?
But we've been together like 3 years up and down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. How'd you meet her?
School. I had this clique called Flip. Fuck loving, I'm pimping. It was like that's what the high school is about, being from cliques and stuff like that. So I saw her like, oh no, she got to be from our clique. So I went up to her. I think I got on my knees and asked her to be from this clique. And that's
You got on your knees.
Yeah, man. It sounded kind of crazy.
No,
saying
I
it.
like that.
But she was a little joint, so I'm like, I'm finna get her to be from the team. So I did that. She became my dog.
Right.
And we just was rocking ever since.
You seem like a real romantic guy.
Nah, I've been trying. I'm trying to get better, man. I'm not super romantic though.
Right.
I'm like,
You can DM me.
Yeah, sorry. I keep thinking she's trying to talk, and then I realize she's talking on the
yeah,
phone.
She talking at fucking DM. On Insta.
So when you decided that you wanted to stop rapping about stuff that was kind of like fictitious, like what kind of turn did your music take? Like by the time that the first 48 came out, first 48,
It was just
sorry.
more fulfilling. I finally knew what it felt like to be something you could be proud of and like be attached to it for a long time. I put my emotions in my music from that point, and it just felt good. It felt way better than what I was doing before.
Right. Do you feel like you always had this mentality where you wanted to be big, like you really wanted to be super successful with it? Because you're talking about even early on, like you wanted to prove everybody wrong, and you really cared about it from day one.
Yeah, I think it's probably a little man complex. Always being like short or something. I just feel like I gotta always snap on everybody and prove everybody wrong. So I probably just got that same mentality with my music. I feel like everybody always sleeping, always gotta like prove my point. And so
Yeah. So did you who did you meet along the way that like helped you to sort of get your career together in a sense? Because I've always just seen that like your videos are super on point, like all the branding is really dialed in, and it's just really like everything seems really professional. Like at what point did you who'd you link up with? Like even having Jack do all your videos is pretty dope.
Yeah, I think it's like an order operation. Started from my mama letting me use the bedroom, to being in the room with her and her inspiration, to meeting Clayton on Twitter, to Clayton introducing me to Jack, to the dude who shot my video, who was my homie, becoming my DJ, to me and Kiel linking back, to Kiel linking me with his best friend, who now my engineer, Dart, and it just became full circle.
Yeah. What's it like working with Jack on videos?
It's dope. That's my dude. It's tight working with somebody that's your homie, so it's like it make it way easier.
You've told us some stories on the podcast in the past about like intense experiences that you've had shooting videos for him.
Well, I mean, they've all just been. I mean, we never had money until he got signed, like recently. So, I mean, all of them we didn't have any money to make them, so we just went out and shot videos. So it was always like just kind of like they worked. Like the first one, we just literally, it was the day I met Boogie and Jamisha. It was the first day I met both of them, and we just like went out and shot stuff. And then, I mean, the No Way video, or the Oh My video is like the crazier one. We just like shot that. We had like a ton of people. We like got kicked out of a swap meet and stuff.
Oh, you got kicked out of the swap meet?
Yeah, we were just running everywhere shooting that video.
What was being turned?
And didn't some like Crips rolled up on and tried to shut us down at some point or something, and then somebody's cousin knew them. I don't really. Clayton, you remember what happened there?
Does that happen?
There was a.
You probably shouldn't talk unless you're getting on the mic. Sorry. Yeah, we can't hear you unless you're on the mic.
Jump in. Hey, welcome, Clayton.
We were in Long Beach, and we were shooting. There was a bunch of people on the roof of Epic's house. Where's
Epic's girl's
Epic's
house or
girlfriend's
something?
house. And it wasn't a blood neighborhood.
Can you get right in the mic?
There's a lot of people in red in the front yard, and a lot of people in blue drove up in a car, but it was diffused. Boogie diffused it.
Is that an issue with like filming videos and stuff a lot?
Yeah, that's been happening a lot with me lately. You just know you got to be careful when you're in people's hood. You can't be disrespectful at the end of the day.
Right.
Still rules with it, so.
It's crazy.
We were walking down here one time though, and that guy banged on you for like having a gray hat that he thought was blue.
Mm-hmm.
That was crazy.
That happens?
I've seen people come at Boogie in the dumbest places. Austin, Texas, you got banged on in the middle of South by Southwest?
Yeah, see, when they saying banged on, there's no niggas that's banging back for the record.
What?
It's not like niggas just walking up. But yeah, it's always happening. Niggas love testing you. I think, like I said, it just hoods everywhere. You got to be mindful of what you're doing. It's gonna be niggas that's gonna test you, so you can't be walking around here like you untouchable.
Yeah. Can somebody see you and just tell that you're from Compton, you think?
I don't know. Probably people be saying that they could tell sometimes, but I feel like
Wow,
yeah,
that's
that
so
shit
loud.
crazy. That's
Yeah.
LA for you.
Yeah, I've had friends in the past who like, you hang out in Long Beach and they just would like lock eyes with some other dude and they could just tell right away that he's like from a neighborhood and he just has to like say something to him or feels the other guy's going to say something to him. And to me, he looks like every other guy on the street. But like,
Yeah.
it's just something.
Nah, I think that's just with niggas now. Period. In like every neighborhood, you're not gonna you can't look at nobody now. If you look at somebody, that's like you testing them. Because if a nigga look at me, I'm supposed to be thinking like this could be a fan. I'll always be tripping like this nigga tripping on me or something. Like I gotta say something. Like and it's weak, it's whack, it's nothing tight about it. But that's just the reality of the situation right now.
Especially when you're. Hold on one second. What the fuck? There must be something real serious
You can
going
also
on out
hear,
there.
like, everything on these mics. It's crazy.
Yeah, you can't hear it as good as you think right now. Like it sounds louder than it actually is. But holy fuck, it's going crazy out there.
There was a dope fiend at the door for a minute too.
I heard that.
Yeah, I heard some tapping. Fucking scumbags. God damn it. Fucking ambulances trying to get in our heads and shit. All right. I think we're safe now. So let's talk about the whole getting signed thing. When did that come about?
I can't even remember. When did I get signed? I don't know.
August of 2015.
And by who?
Interscope.
August 2015.
August 2015, signed to Interscope Records.
And so how's that been?
It's been good. Still learning, still trying to understand the process of not having all the control, but still understanding that it's people around you that got the best interest for you.
Right.
So you got to be open to other people's ideas, but still hold your.
What kind of stuff does a label do for you in your position? Like, there's a lot of artists out there probably watching this who've like thought about it and they wonder what that kind of thing is like, signing with somebody like Interscope.
It could do a lot. I mean, I haven't put an album out yet, so
But that's
you know what I'm saying.
probably the big plan.
Yeah,
right?
I feel like that's when the machine really going to play, and we'll see what happens. But we went into the situation knowing like we just want that extra push when we need it, but we still gonna do everything on our own.
Right.
We not coming in here dependent on no label because we knew we gonna pop regardless. So y'all could get with this or y'all gonna get left behind. And I feel like we just help each other when we could, like studio, hooking me up with people I need to be connected with, stuff like that.
Do they try to control your music in any way, or is it more natural than that?
It's natural. I'm good. I think at first I had it in my head like they was trying to, but they wasn't. It was just me like tripping.
Right. They can't control you. They tried to control you and it just didn't work.
Nah, they never tried.
Really interesting. Who do you? All right. So who else did you grow up like really looking up to?
I love Lauryn Hill.
Oh,
I
right.
forever love Lauryn Hill. I like got a big thing with her. Who else? I like R&B. I'm like an R&B type of vibe. Rap wise, it was Jay-Z. I always loved Jay-Z.
Really?
As a kid.
What album did you get into him on?
My favorite Jay-Z album was Fade to Black.
Oh wow.
That's
okay.
because I don't know, somebody brought me that DVD and I was just like, this shit's so hard. Like,
So you're saying the soundtrack?
no, it was he put out the Black Album.
Right.
Black
That's
album.
what you meant.
Black
Yeah,
album.
yeah.
Black Album. And Fade to Black was a movie that came with it.
The Black Album had "Justify My Thug," which was like a cover of Madonna, "Justify My Love."
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
That always kind of freaked me out. I was like, "Justify My Thug." What is
Yeah,
it?
that's kinda weird.
That was supposed to be his last album, and he couldn't stick with it. He had
Yeah,
to
you
keep coming back with a few
that's
more.
music. When you love music, that's how it go.
Yeah. So you would like look up to somebody like Jay-Z, but you were what do you think it was that made you more attracted to R&B? I feel like you have a real like a soulful like soft side to you. Like it's a very emotional theme in your music.
I think probably growing up without a dad, just having a girl in the house and then being in that church when I'm having to sing all day just made me love melodies and shit like that.
Right. So what is about Lauryn Hill specifically, though, as somebody, like, I always would listen to the Fugees and stuff when I was younger, but I never, like, now I notice a ton of younger guys who talk about her with so much respect and everything. What is it, like, musically that made you just connect to her?
I think it's the honesty. A lot of people be trying to say it's the rapping. I just love her singing, and I think it's the honesty in her. I think that's where I got admitting my flaws from, because the way she talk about what she wrong at in her music and shit like that, I fuck with it heavy.
You said admitting your flaws, and that's like a real common theme in your music, is that I feel like you're constantly kind of trying to remind the listener of like the fact that you're a real person and talking about the things you go through. Is that it almost stands in like stark contrast to like the social media age where everybody sort of presents themselves as this perfect thing.
Yeah. I feel like I try to do that a lot in my music, and as of lately, it's finally been catching up to me. Like, I'm starting to notice that you could always, like, acknowledge your flaws, but if you don't change from them, it like, really don't make a difference. And I feel like I got caught up, just like you said, people thinking they perfect. I felt like by me acknowledging my flaws, I'm damn near perfect now. Can't nobody tell me nothing because I'm acknowledging my flaws.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I keep acknowledging these flaws because it's the same problem. I'm not changing. And if I'm not leading by example and actually changing from these flaws, that shit weak too.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Yeah, I've noticed like if I have something that I'm insecure about, and like sometimes it would kind of be weighing on my, like I remember when I first started to like, my hair started to thin. I really started to like feel kind of insecure about that. And then I just like was hanging out with this one dude I knew who would just make jokes about his own hairline going to shit. And I was just kind of like got over it. And I'm like, man, fucking, if he can laugh at himself, why the fuck can't I? You don't have to hold that shit in, you know?
Yeah, you got to be willing to change.
Yeah, but it's crazy because I feel like that's like a real common theme in your music is just like, you're around a lot of women. Like you're talking about women. You have so many women in your videos and stuff. It just feels like that's I don't know. That's like kind of a real common theme with you is that you just have a lot of love and respect for their energy. She's I like that she's kind of clowning on it.
That was a crazy question to ask, but yeah. I mean, I feel like women get, you feel me? They always get like down talked a lot through music. Even I do it a lot. I down talk women a lot through my music. The bitches, the hoes, but. You know, lately I've been trying to change, and I'm just trying to figure out, trying to show what's real now.
They're trying to make me hit the Henny. Think I should do it?
Hit the hand, bro.
Loosen up a little bit.
Roll it back, look at me.
Good luck.
Oh, man.
I've been live.
How loud for how long?
I've been live for like 5 minutes.
Hey, can you go live on my phone?
I already went live.
I've been live
On
for
my
like
phone?
5 minutes, which is weird because I've not been able to talk on live or on the podcast really. I've just been letting you guys go.
I'm pretty happy to be on the Versace Tamagotchi live stream. How many viewers you got?
48.
I'm pushing a solid 152 right now.
Not bad. I'm proud of you.
Sweet.
One of those people.
You're watching the live?
Yeah, I've been commenting.
Really?
Yeah, hell much.
So was there like
I like that.
I should
I
end
think
it.
I'm gonna start using.
was there ever a time period where you decided that you really wanted to try to make the whole social media conversation like a central part of your message, or did that just sort of happen naturally?
That came off like one idea. One day I made a song. I was super hot. I was like, mad. I don't know what happened on Twitter. Somebody pissed me off on Twitter with a tweet. I made this song called Numb. That song is the reason I met Clayton, my manager, because he fucked with it. He came with me the idea like we should build off this, and we just kind of dug into it, and then that process happened.
Right. Twitter, though, man, like the arguments that you can get into there if you allow yourself. Like, do you have to control yourself when it comes to arguing with people on there and shit?
Man, hell yeah. I be holding back so much. Like,
Yeah.
I be hot, especially like, World Star really would get me hot.
Oh, those
World
comments?
Star comments.
Those are
'cause
anonymous.
them
It's even
niggas
worse.
Them niggas so weird, bro. I don't
Yeah.
understand that shit, but I know I got a brand, right? So I control it.
And it's fucked up, too, because it's like you might have 1,000 people talk shit to you in a day. But if you respond to one of them, it's just, you're on Front Street. Everybody's going to see it. Everybody's going to know that you're a fucking asshole who yelled at a fan, blah, blah, blah. So it's just so much easier to not do it, but it's so hard to just never respond to all the bullshit.
Yeah, it is hard.
It's like you're exercising like a muscle, kind of.
It's tough, bro.
I heard you're on social media like all the time, though. For somebody who's not a big fan of it, I heard that you're like kind of obsessed with
Nah,
it.
I am. I sit and refresh like them apps all day, and I don't know why. I don't even be tweeting nothing. I be just hold on. I'm trying to see what she's doing on this Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's you're
There might be a Thirst 48 Part 3.
What? Did somebody say that?
she's having her own podcast over there. It's kind of a.
You feel me? But yeah.
So is it true that she's from a rival neighborhood? Is this ever an issue?
Nah, she from Long Beach.
Oh, okay.
She not a rival.
We went to the same high school.
You guys went to the same high school?
Yep.
That's where he met me and asked me to be from his little clique.
Yeah,
So-
what was that like?
I like
Who
that
are
that's how you ask a girl
I'm
to date you.
Jamisha, the girl that you guys like all his music for.
You're claiming to be what it's all written about?
It is.
It's all about her?
Yeah. I never made, well, besides like street songs and stuff
Hurt
like
his
that,
feelings.
I never made a song about another girl.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the most romantic
No,
thing
you
I've
don't
ever
want a
heard.
relationship like this. It hurts.
It hurts. What hurts about it?
Let me give him his phone.
Oh
Here you
my
go.
God.
Growing
Yeah,
up with your
bro.
best friend, like literally, and then your best friend makes a song and then expresses himself,
And so
then you try a relationship and it's
the most,
No,
what would-
rocky.
but does he say the most like personal things that you could think of about the relationship that you would never expect a guy to ever say publicly?
it's not even about that. I really don't care what he says, but it's a lot that goes on behind closed doors, you know, and of course him getting signed and dealing with stuff and general relationship problems. Sometimes it's easier just like, oh, we should have stayed best friends, maybe.
Yeah. Or maybe you should have dated the guy who's a manager at a Foot Locker.
Hell no.
Then you wouldn't have that problem.
Not necessarily, but you know, dating your best friend and getting let down by your best friend versus a random guy is different. Especially with the length of time. You know, we've known each other since I was 14. I'm 26.
Whoa, 14.
Yeah.
It's intense.
And it's like 2 years, you know, off and on
Right.
dating. So I think a lot of music comes from the breakups and the downfall. You guys love it, but
I have
Shit.
yeah, you seem like you guys have a very intense, passionate relationship, I'm guessing. It sounds like there's a lot of breakups.
I'm about to get off this live.
Well, this is wild. I mean, this is kind of wild because I mean, not many people know her, but I mean, I'm sure if you listen to if you're a fan, like you know who she is just by like hearing the songs.
Mm-hmm. I knew there was
I've
a
never
woman.
heard you talk of like I have no idea.
yeah,
what
I
you
don't
thought about
try to
music.
talk about it because I'm a very chill, quiet person and I don't really care for outside stuff. But, you know, it happens.
Hey, the limelight, man.
Can you pass me the Hennessy?
When did you, so you smoke backwards? Has it always been backwards or you just switch over?
I switched over when I went on tour with Tory. I went on tour with Tory Lanez, and that nigga kept like telling me backwoods, and then
Really?
I realized they hit way better. Like them shits hit.
It's more natural, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, what's Tory Lanez like hanging out with him for that long?
That nigga turned. He just a turned nigga. He just believe in himself and he a turned nigga.
So you got along with him well, even though he's from Toronto?
Yep. I fuck with them. I fuck with Toronto.
You're very multicultural too, because your video guy and your manager are both white boys. How's that?
Both very white.
Nah, man, that's tight. That's my plug. They're my plug. That's when I really thought I was on. Not like that. I was like, when I get a white manager, I'm up. I got one.
You got a lawyer?
I got a lawyer.
You got a white lawyer?
Jewish, bro.
There you go. Yeah.
Booming.
Booming.
David
Once you got the Jewish
Jacobs.
lawyer.
We all chant in the word.
Yeah, true.
Is his name David Jacobs?
David Jacobs.
I think I know him
Yeah.
actually. I'm brand new to actually knowing like rap lawyers. Damn, I gotta start doing interviews with lawyers, right?
You feel me?
But they all talk such bullshit. They always are like, because they speak in this weird language that nobody really understands, where they have to be like technically correct about everything. Fuck a lawyer.
Yeah, man.
If you're a lawyer listening to this, fuck you.
I highly doubt there's a lawyer listening to this podcast.
Never
You don't
know.
think?
I don't. Dude,
Oh,
I've seen your
Damn,
comments.
he's
I got lawyers.
sleeping on your fans.
I got
I've seen your
lawyers.
comments.
He's
I got
sleeping on your
lawyers,
fans, bro.
crack dealers,
Feel me?
Satanists.
I believe the second two.
I got it all, bro. Yeah, because I heard that, like, you are a dude. This is a quote that an anonymous person who knows you said, is that girls take up 90% of his time and stress. True or false?
False. Girl.
True.
Girl.
Girl.
Girls.
You're lying.
We're okay. We grew up.
Nah.
together.
You guys got anything you want to just hash out on this podcast?
All right.
It's totally fine. Just fight.
No, in a reality situation. So over the past couple of years, you know, I got signed. I had a situation. I got signed. I think I wasn't used to a certain attention I was getting. I figured out if I dive myself so much in this work and not pay attention to how I'm affecting other people, it don't matter. Like I said, I wasn't used to the attention I was getting, and I think I was taking, you know, the real shit for granted. And I'm past all that now. So yeah. Feel me?
I feel like he's talking to her, don't you
Yeah,
think?
Definitely talking to her.
That's good. You should trust him.
I feel you, Boogie.
No,
Come on.
I'm at a new chapter in my life. I'm over all that fake shit. I know what come with this music and the attention I could get, and I know at the end of the day, if I'm saying this message about going to what's real and try to talk this love shit, I gotta follow by it. So that's my vibe right now.
Right. Is it true that you blew through your advance in like a couple months?
Yeah,
Yeah. So how was that?
it was cool. You feel me?
It was a good couple of months?
A lot of Postmates, a lot of Uber trips, and weed, and turn up with the homies. Which, you feel me? I don't think it was tight. Nothing was tight about it. But I didn't believe that saying when niggas never had shit and shit like that. But
Well, and I mean, Darius is like the best dressed kid I've ever seen.
yeah, my kid was always straight. My kid always straight. I always make sure I take care of my kid. But I did some bullshit too.
So-
You know what I'm saying? We always bounce back. It's always a bounce back.
So when the kids showed up in your life, did that change everything? That make you go much more serious with the music?
Yeah, for sure. That's why I said when I went to school and figured I'd record myself, all that happened at that time.
Right. So how's fatherhood now though? Do you care about it a lot? Do you spend a lot of time with the kids?
Yeah,
or-
for sure. I try to find this perfect balance now, even though I feel like I'm chasing my dream and I'm showing him that you could chase dreams, but at the same time while I'm chasing my dream, I'm missing out on time with him.
Right.
But you know, I'm still showing him.
It's like a tricky
Yeah,
balance.
it's definitely a tricky balance.
You talked on Sunroof about how you like a girl who's more private rather than like super public. Is that
Yeah.
a weird back and forth for you? Because like any girl that's seeing you is gonna kind of have to be public at least a little bit. If once they figure out your fans and stuff, they're gonna be paying attention to who you're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's true. Cause you feel me? She on Insta, she be booming on Instagram, but at the same time, she not like, it's not her business. I feel like I said, I was on tour. I ran across a lot of crazy, like, you feel me, females, and I realized how they move out there, and that's not my vibe. I'd rather be with somebody that's ducked off, that's gonna keep us between us, like, you feel me. People don't never know like what we going through when I'm dealing with shit with her. They do because of me, because I put it in the music every time, like.
But you choose what to put out there. It's not like they know every single fight. They know what your version of it is, right?
Yeah, I don't exactly. I try to make myself look like the good dude. You feel me when I'm wrong a lot of times, but yeah.
Interesting. So the most recent mixtape, the Thirst 48 Part 2, or is it Volume 2?
Part 2.
Yeah. So what do you think like changed with that tape versus, because it was pretty crazy today. Like I never listened to all the projects back to back, but listening to them all in a row, it's like such a progression. What do you think really changed with the most recent one?
I just think we put so much time in it, and you can see how broad the tape is, because we started, like, the first song I did was No Way, which is like the most ignorant song on the project, and I did that like after I got signed, trying to feel like I was trying to make another another turned up record, thinking Interscope want me to be this and that, so I made that record.
But did they tell you that? Did they say like we want the turned ass records?
This was all in my head.
But are you trying to like get their attention and get like the extra promotion, make them care about it?
That's me. I just overthink everything, and I realized the attention I got all that attention that one song for doing this turned up shit. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get turned again, and I almost lost my bag, and I had to find myself again. It was my first time being on my own. I had a spot, so I started adjusting to that, dealing with that lifestyle, and then we just was able to wake up and record every day. And that's why I think we tested so many different sounds, is because I was just waking up every morning being able to do shit, and that's what we was doing all day.
So is that what you think of when you first wake up in the morning? Is like music?
Bro,
I need to make something?
Hell yeah. I'll be turned. All I want is music in the morning.
Really? That's dope. So is your creative process like to make a shitload of songs and then just sort of cut it down for the mixtape, or?
Yeah, I usually move like verse hook, verse hook, verse hook, verse hook, and then we'll fuck with something.
And so are you a writer? You sit around and
well,
write?
I haven't wrote on paper or like written words since like 9th grade.
Really?
When my glasses broke, I wear glasses because I got a bad right eye. My glasses broke and I couldn't really see my bars no more, so I just started saying the words in my head, and it was tighter that way.
So you can remember a whole song in your head, like as you write it?
I ain't wrote since 9th grade.
Really? See,
He has his credit card numbers memorized.
You have your credit card numbers
I
memorized.
don't got no credit card no more, but yeah.
You have a perfect memory like that? Do you really?
I think it's selective hearing probably too, because I still forget shit. It's not like it's probably just selective hearing. I don't know.
Really? See, because I've had people tell me they had like a photographic memory. Like I had this like screw, and I was trying to write down like what the size of the screw was, and I was hanging out with somebody, and they were like, "Nah, trust me, I got it." And that just blew my mind that they would be able to remember how it looked to the point where they would be able to.
Yeah, that's pretty next level.
I realize not a lot of people have to memorize what size screws are, but there's something real different about what you do though, because like I was thinking about how you show so much of your vulnerability and your personal side, but you know, like the most famous rapper for doing that in the modern age is J. Cole, but I feel like you do it in a very, very different way. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I mean, I just try to be honest, because once I got that feeling, like I said, when I started being honest with my music and the feeling I got from it, I don't want no other feeling. I want to be happy with what I do in the studio. So, yeah, being vulnerable just happened to make me happy, I guess.
Yeah.
And I think it messed me up, like, probably outside of the studio, because I feel like I'm so vulnerable and open with these songs. I'm, like, socially awkward now when I go out and stuff, so it's hard for me to open up to people outside of music.
Really? So you feel like everybody kind of maybe knows too much or knows enough about you that it's sort of awkward?
I just hate being on the weaker side and giving people leverage.
Right.
Like, leverage is a real scary thing to me when people got that on me.
Do you go out a lot? Are you a social creature?
Nah.
You said you go clubbing once a year?
Yeah, probably not even that. Probably I don't club.
Yeah. Well, once you just start doing the rap shows and stuff, then it's kind of like, well, why the fuck am I going to go to somebody else's party when I went and did a party and got paid for it the other day?
Bro, for real. That's probably when I really stopped clubbing.
Yeah, clubbing. That's weird. I got an argument with a guy on DJ Academics' live stream one time, and he was bragging about how he went to Club Live and spent $5,000 at Club Live, and I was just like, this is why I hate clubbing right here. It's because this dude is really bragging about that.
I spent $500 at a club in Atlanta, and I was sick. Like, man, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That shit boo-boo.
Yeah, I spent $500 at a strip club one time, and it really hurt my feelings when I thought about the next day. Like, what did I just do that for?
That's funny.
I need that $500. Whatever. What else we got here? Oh, yeah. You were kind of highlighting in the Bitter Raps video, like, a lot of the fights that happen on social media and sort of inferring that you think a lot of that shit is whack, too. You think it's kind of, is it just an overall scope of the shit that happens on social media that you think it's kind of corny?
Yeah, I mean, because I just feel like when it's what's the core of it? When the core of it is just to make other people look at you like it's this and that, then that means what you doing is fake. Mm-hmm. Because if you really doing it for that purpose, you ain't going to have time to record it. Like, you feel me? I don't know. If you really beefing with somebody, I feel like you're not going to take it to the internet because it's some real shit unless you're doing it because you want girls to think you with it and that you popping out here. Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, some weird-ass shit,
I'm not going to get into no Twitter war with somebody, though.
That's also the
too
heyday
frustrating.
of the LA Male Thought List. You guys remember that?
LA Male Thought List?
That shit was funny. They had a girl thought list, too. It's like just a local, like the local hoes, male hoes and girl hoes.
People getting exposed.
Really?
Bunch of people.
Like, Misha, do you remember that? The LA Male Thought List?
I see stuff like that, but I don't really pay attention.
You don't remember it?
Were you on it?
The one during the... No.
You were on it?
Who?
Oh,
If I wasn't on it, then it wasn't
We
comprehensive.
knew somebody.
I
on
think
it.
Desi was on there. My DJ might have
No
been on
way.
there.
That's hilarious.
weren't you on there?
Knock it off. Stop playing.
Knock it off. So in that Complex interview I was watching with you, you said something about like I got a ratchet side of me. Like, do you feel like that really comes out in your music that often? Because I don't really get the ratchet vibe from you that often.
Yeah, I try to do it like once every like project, because like back in the day, that's all it was house parties, like kickbacks, and I just like channeling that energy. I remember that energy before it got shot up, because everything we went to got shot up. But before it got shot up, the energy you had from like being in there turn with your homies, that's the ratchet vibe I'm talking about. That's my vibe.
Just the turning up.
Yeah,
not-
just turning up. Not like.
So you haven't really been into drugs ever during your life, or have you?
I mean, I try I tried everything really. Not like needles and stuff like that,
Yeah, that's
and like
good.
coke. But I didn't try. Have I tried coke?
You never tried coke?
I don't know.
You would remember. Come
I
on.
probably have. I tried like everything though. Huh?
You told me once a certain unnamed relative. That was it.
I feel like probably.
Did coke with the family? What, Thanksgiving dinner or something?
My mama hear that she'd be hot. I never did coke. No, I ain't with it.
If you want to do coke, I bet Jack could point you in the right direction. Come hang out. Take him to Tennis of the Trees or something. Would that work?
Desi, his DJ Desi is the social one. Like Desi comes out all the time.
Yeah, Desi turned.
He does the coke for you?
Yeah, nah, he don't do coke, but he turned. Like he bring my mellow side and his turn is, you feel me, balance out.
Desi can like, I mean, when we did Europe, we played some like weird shows, and like he would have to go open up, even if it was like, you know, he would DJ for a while before, and I would see that like Desi could turn up for a room of one person.
Really?
Yeah, and like, and there's no difference.
Have you had to deal with that going on tour with like bigger artists, is having to like be the opener and play to a bunch of like 5 people and shit?
Yep.
What's that like?
It's like a test of your pride. You know, it's humbling. Cause you around your homies and you this dude, but then you go on tour and you right back. You put in your place and you back. You got to realize like you still got to work harder, and it just make me want to snap. Just make me want to rap all day until I get there.
Because if you're always in your neighborhood, then, or if you're always in Los Angeles, whatever, you're never gonna like really get to feel that feeling of being a nobody.
No, for sure.
You know?
Tour is great for me. I need it opening up. However, I'm with it because I need it right now.
Yeah. Do you what do you think when you look at like Kendrick and how crazy his career has gone? Because I know that's somebody that people compare you to a good amount.
It's motivating. It's dope to see somebody come from like the same neighborhood and see what they could do and the doors they open. It's dope. And he's super hard. He's like one of the best rappers alive. So.
And he's got some similarities with you. Actually, I look at him, and I look at you, and I look at Vince Staples as being like the 3 dudes that I see like a real common thread where you guys are all really smart and really introspective and really able to speak about the hood without necessarily having been, you know, completely deep in it. Like, you're not speaking from that role of being like a super gangster. You're talking about what you've seen. And
yeah, I think that's the versatility in LA right now, because we got that side, like you said, me, Vince, and Kendrick, and then you got the people talking about the other side. When I'm not saying they glorifying it, but they speak on that perspective, actually really being in the field, like the Nipseys, the YGs, the Schoolboys, who's still getting off, but just speaking on that other side. And I think that's just a dopeness in LA.
do you think that there's like some sort of like new generation of LA artists, like real like actual street artists coming up right now, that there's like something kind of bubbling up? Because I've sort of started to get that feeling lately.
Yeah, I always feel that way in LA though. I always feel like LA like run rap, but I just think that's me being prideful.
Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about the N-Word Needs video. Was that you do that video? No, that was the other dude, right?
No, that was my homegirls, Jeannie and Riley.
But so, what was your perspective on that? You're in like a museum, like an art gallery thing, and you've been shot in the video. It's like kind of a metaphor. I'm thinking.
So I thought about like how many times I was gonna have to answer this question, like because I knew I was gonna have to answer this question, and to be all honest. So the idea of the song, when I made the song, Nigga Needs, was just me battling these ideas in my head of what I need to feel complete and what I don't need. Like I said, I've been dealing with all this fake shit on the road for the past 2 years being on tour, and I get so lost of like what's real and what really matter in life. And I think that song was just trying to fight those demons and figuring out a balance. I brought the idea to Jeannie and Riley, and they came with the video, the concept for that song, and my idea I got from it was just like us being like entertainment to certain people, our reality being entertainment to other people.
Right.
But who knows? I never really asked Gina and Riley what their idea behind it was.
I thought it was so well done because it's like you're standing there, you've been shot, you're in pain, and it's just like a gallery full of people watching. It's like a little like microcosm of what the rap industry really is, where you have all these people who are living like relatively comfortable lives who are sort of observing the stuff that you're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, I've been in label meetings and they was happy I got shot. They said it helped the story. I flew to New York and took a label meeting with somebody, and they told me that. So that's why I connect to that idea, the concept behind that video, because it's a reality.
Wow, that's some real music industry shit right there. Just being like, yeah, I'm glad you got shot.
Yeah, for sure.
That's fucking crazy. Damn. Hey, so what was I fucking couldn't believe it when I first saw the video with the Game and Problem, the roped off video. So just so you know,
that's the funny.
Our fans are the Rope Gang. That's what they call themselves. We don't really know why, but that's why everybody was linking me to that the second it came out. Roped off. Where did that song come from? And how was that your first time meeting Game? What was that like?
Yeah, that was my first time meeting him. That's through the big homie G Weeder.
Okay.
He's super big in Compton. Anybody know about Compton, they know about G Weeder. So he just plugged it. He mutual friends with them, brought the beat over to me. I mean the song over to me. I didn't know Problem was on it at first. It was just Game verse. I got on it. Game said he wanted to shoot a video in my neighborhood. Problem pulled up. He was on the song. I was like, fuck it, let's turn up.
That's dope though. It must be weird for somebody like the Game even looking at you as being like the new face of LA and just like trying to, like when you're that established in the game, he's been around for 10 years or 12 years or whatever. It must be interesting for him to have to like look at somebody like you coming up and see him and see you like the same way he was at a certain point in his career. Did you get a chance to talk to him at all?
Yeah, I was talking to him. It's dope. You feel me? He didn't have to do that. It's a lot of niggas in that position that like be insecure of where they at and don't want to like give nobody else no shine, but he didn't do that.
Unless they've signed him or unless they got some way to make money off him.
He don't got no way to get money off of me, and he did that, so I fuck with him for that.
So what was the Rihanna shout out like?
That shit was crazy.
You just wake up one day and that was there, or how did you find out?
I was on tour with Denzel Curry. We was leaving.
Oh damn! Shout out to Denzel.
Yeah, that's my dude. We was leaving. I don't know what city we was leaving, but we was in front of the van. We was finna get on the van. And I was next to Denzel manager, and I was like, bro, Rihanna just followed me. First, I thought it was a parody page. So I clicked on the page. I'm like, she followed me. Then I just chilled. Then she posted the video. Then that shit happened. I was like, that's dope. I thanked her.
Yeah.
I fuck with her for that.
That's crazy. So you don't know who put her onto you or anything?
Actually, my girl just told me she think, because this dude really who helped me like a week before, he got this art page named Apple Watts. Apple Watt, what is it?
Love Watts.
Love Watts. I'm so sorry. I don't know what Apple Watts is. Oh, yeah. That's Love Watts posted me.
Apple Watts, I think that's a stripper.
That is a stripper.
Ooh.
Apple Watts?
Yeah.
I don't know why
look how jealous she is over here. I like
You're not jealous.
Oh, you know a stripper's name? End of story.
She fake jealous. Nah, Love Watts. It was an art page. And yeah, I think it could have been through that. I have no idea.
It's
Yeah, he posted him, and then I think Rihanna follows that page, so I think she's seen his work on Love. Love Watts is just like an art page that he exposes everybody's art or music, and it's really weird and dope. Like it's
I'm gonna look into that.
Crazy page, you'll love it.
Really?
Yeah, him and Lil Duval plugged me early.
Lil Duval shouted you out too?
Yeah, that helped.
How'd he go about doing that?
Just posted like, I don't know who this nigga is, but he dope.
He said that?
Yeah.
Wow, that's so great. It's so hard to even imagine Rihanna like having time to check out new rappers, you know? That's like kind of a trippy thing to think of, like how valuable her time is and how busy she must be. Yeah, and that did you feel like a huge amount of new attention after she shouted you out?
Yeah, it's so funny. Like you just realize, like you said, the power she got and how people like like idolize her, a bunch of girls, like, you feel me? Right. I have been rapping I've been signed for like 2 years, probably a year and a half, and I was grateful for the fans I had, but you feel me? I got like 70,000 followers that day.
For real?
So, yeah.
70,000 on Instagram?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? That's insane. Yo, so, all right, so let's just take a look at your career right now. What are the next steps that you plan on taking? Like, you put out the last tape relatively recently. You're talking about the album. Like, what do you see as being the future for you?
I want this album to be huge. I feel like I'm in like the finally in a good headspace as far as like with the attention I'm getting and learning how to balance and realizing what mattered to me, and I could finally like get in my super bag. Like I got all the heartbreak shit out the way, even though I'm not saying my music finna be happy, but now I feel like I could just snap.
Right. So that's the plan going forward. When do you think that it might be able to come out?
I have no idea. I should be done in a couple months though. Because I'm like already in the bag.
Have you talked to Interscope about like when they would be willing to put it out, when they would want to do that push?
They with it. You feel me? Interscope fuck with me. So when its time is right, when the time is right, we all gonna know and we gonna go in.
That's dope.
I'm more interested in what you're eating these days, and because I think a lot of people don't realize that that Boogie probably has one of the healthier diets of any rappers that I've ever met.
Dude, really?
No, that was when I was in Burbank, and that's only when like, you feel me? I mean, I was in Burbank and I wasn't even eating super good. I was going to Robex every day. I was working out, playing basketball. If I find a basketball court near me, I'm good because I get my cardio in and all that. But I left Burbank and I'm kind of back LA vibe, so it's like I'm not really super healthy right now.
You really care about your cardio, huh? I heard you mention in that other video too.
Nah, I realized I was performing and I was getting tired.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I'm trying to be the best performer too, because I see how important it is. And then I see dudes like Chance, Kendrick performing,
and they're so energetic. Yes.
Beyonce, who do like all fast songs and then could do a slow song and her breath still sound the same.
Right.
Like, shit like that. I'm trying to be in that bag.
You smoke a lot of backwoods. You pretty much have to do cardio just to fight,
bro. So counterproductive. But.
It's so like you never look at rappers and think about how hard what they're doing is on stage until you like get on stage. Like I've done it just like somebody DJing, get on stage and then just realize like, whoa, they want me to run back and forth for fucking 10 minutes straight. I'm not doing that.
I remember on tour, Denzel was bringing people on stage to do that Ultimate song. I am the one. And
it's a viral hit.
People was so like running out of breath in like 10 seconds, and they got a new appreciation for Denzel, like, cause he don't have vocal tracks. He do it with the beat and he rap it.
He doesn't have a vocal track. That's crazy.
A beast. So he run through it, and they realize this rap shit not easy. Like, you feel me? You gotta have energy.
Yeah. Hey, would you do the XXL cover?
Yeah, I'm with it. You feel me? I'm with it. I wouldn't say I turn it down.
Yeah, that's good. That was a crazy look, because I was just thinking about that with Denzel, because he got on the thing with Yachty and Uzi and Kodak, and they were all like just fooling around, and then he comes out with that crazy ass verse.
He take rap so serious, so he not gonna play. Not like they played either.
The freshman freestyle.
Yeah. Because it's like it starts with him and then it goes into all of them, and I love them, but like they're just kind of whatever joking around, and his verse is like hard as fuck. Like
that's you feel me?
I'm excited for rap in 2017.
Going there ready to snap, and that's what he did. So you got to do.
Do you ever think about collabing with him?
Yeah, we got a song out already. We gonna put another one out probably. We always working. That's my dude. I just was with him the other day.
You got dream collabs in mind? Like anybody that you really want besides Lauryn Hill?
Lauryn Hill. Besides that, I don't really give a fuck about these rap niggas. Like, they tight, I fuck with them, but to have a feature or whatever, I know it's competition.
That's why you're signed to a label though, so you can get the Lauryn Hill feature.
Yeah, but you know, she not really fucking with the music game right now.
Yeah, but I don't know. Somehow I feel like she might defer to Rihanna. She might be like, well, if Rihanna likes him, I'll fucking do a feature. Fuck it.
Who knows? That'd be dope. If Rihanna plugged me with Lauryn Hill, I'm with it. Yeah.
All right. So, any thanks that you want to send out before we wrap this up?
Thank you, bro.
Oh, my pleasure.
Appreciate
I'm
you
just
having
a fan.
me. Good looking Jack. My nigga Clayton in here. Got my baby girl, Jamisha. I'm just she acting.
All of a sudden.
She being mean today, but yeah. Shout out to my neighborhood. Shout out to Keezy and Darden, Desi, KB. Yeah.
Hey, Hennessy. Shout out to Hennessy. Not sponsored by him, but it sure tastes good.
Feel me?
Not yet.
Did you even take a shot?
Yeah, I took one good glug. One solid glug. What? You,
one shot.
She's calling me pussy. I'm about to do another one.
Yeah, definitely.
Lenny, you might have to drive home. All right.
We're doing BB tomorrow.
Thank you very much, Boogie.
All right, good looking for doing this, bro.
Peace.
That was really good. Where did it? What? For the interview, weren't you like this? You were funny. You were funny. Just like chiming in like it's like sitcom. Yeah.